Hello, this is Chiak. We are playing Myst, the Masterpiece Edition, which, if you look at the options, these are the options. So the music, uh, it's gonna be super loud. Either way, let's get started. I've never actually played a Myst game. I've only just played Myst 3, but I've never played, I don't think I've played any other games in this series except for one which I can't remember the name now. But either way, new game.
I realized the moment I fell into the fissure that the book would not be destroyed as I had planned. It continued falling into that starry expanse of which I had only a fleeting glimpse. I've tried to speculate where it might have landed. I must admit, however, such conjecture is futile. Still, questions about whose hands might one day hold my Myst book are unsettling to me. I know my apprehensions might never be allayed, and so I close, realizing that perhaps the ending has not yet been written.
Oh, okay, we're starting. You can hear and see the old of this game. Oh, it suddenly went quiet. Okay, didn't like the insult. Alright, I'm assuming this is the only thing I can click, so... Alright, well, I clearly can't go this way, so not in that direction. Not in this direction either. There is some... there's... the seagulls, some animated seagulls. But what's over here? Do I want to go this way? Too late, already going. Very mysterious, super loud, and the music just cuts off. Uh-huh. Okay. What did that do? I'm assuming as I go through the areas, this will more things. It's I guess our progress bar. One way to look at it. Okay. There's like so many directions to go. So we don't have any sort of power to get any of this activated, it looks like so far. Oh. Catherine, I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our 4-chamber beside the dock. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve your message. Yours, Atrus. I've left for you a message of utmost importance in our 4 chambers besides the dock. Enter the number of marker switches. I'm going to assume those are the things I was flipping around on the island into the imager and retrieve your message. Okay? Oh, that I was looking at that. Okay. Okay, so we come across 3 so far. Oh, hi. What did I click on? Okay. There's a lot of... okay, let's just maybe focus on the, I say let's just focus, but... Oh. I keep wanting to click on everything else. Okay. So... 3. One objective at a time because I feel like I could potentially get very lost with this. Is that the way back we came? No. Four. Oh. Okay, how do you... That's how you go forward. Oh. 5. Okay, that kind of scared me. It's so loud. It's so loud. Power to spaceship. Generator switches. Okay. I don't know if that's actually the power for everything that we need here. Okay, but either way, 5. 6. We're not getting on the spaceship, so... 6. Okay? Oh, no. This way. Ah, here we go. I really wish there was a volume control. Is this the bed chamber? I just assumed for some reason this was the... Because I can't interact with this. And I can't seem to go forward either. Okay, maybe... Setting dimensional imager. Topical extrusion test 40. Marker switch design 47. Marker switch... sorry. Marker switch diagram is 47. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, maybe that was 47 of whatever this thing is. Ugh. So... What do I look at first? This is kind of nothing. I've called for this age... I have called this age Channelwood, and it is very different. It is a very different world. Though it is exactly how I imagined it, it is still amazing to see it with my own eyes. Water covers this age as far as I can see, except for a small rocky island. Elsewhere, there are only trees, which grow directly out of the water. A myriad of thin wooden passageways are built just above the water and disappeared into the forest. I assume they were built some time ago, for they appear aged. I am eager to discover more about this land and its people, but I have arrived here late and I must rest. I was awakened this morning by strange noises coming from a pathway adjacent to the one which I had slept. I saw a group of monkey-like people heading in my direction. They had not seen me yet. I did not feel threatened by their presence. Their response to me was one that I would have never expected. After staring at me for a short time, they fell to their knees and began what appeared to be some sort of ceremonial worship. I tried to speak to them, but they did not understand my language. Instead, they indicated through enthusiastic hand motions that I was to follow them. As we walked, I began to notice that the water below us were changing colors. Slowly, subtly, they would change from deep blue to muddy orange. Then from muddy orange to beautifully clear. I was so intrigued by the water, I hardly noticed that we had arrived at a ladder. Climbing the ladder led us to their village, which is about 10 meters above the water and can only be reached by rope ladders that stretch from the lower paths to the village level approximately halfway up the grand trees. It is very interesting watching these people carry out their daily tasks. Even after watching them for hours, I did not understand exactly what they were doing. At sunset, they motioned for me to follow them. I followed the creatures to the doorway of an enormous hut. Strangely, once inside, I found that the hut appeared even larger than it had from the outside. The walls were garnished with bright metals, and in the center of the hut sat the leader of these people. At least he appeared to be their leader, for he sat a meter off the floor in a thick throne. Guards surrounded the strong creature, who was dressed in many exotic, colorful fabrics. Next to the leader sat a very old human. At least, to some extent, he appears human. His hair, which was only on his face and head, was completely gray, almost white, and hung very long around his frail body. His thin head hung limply by an almost grotesque neck that could not hold its head up to look at me. But what a surprise, this creature could speak my language. Shortly thereafter, I was given a bed with some hand motions that looked to be telling me to go to sleep. I looked forward to learning more. As I suspected, the ancient creature is a human, but he is old beyond his own reckoning and seems almost insane. However, the tree dwellers almost revere him as a god. They are treating me now in the same fashion, which makes me feel very uncomfortable. It is almost impossible to understand this old man. His voice is feeble but wild. He has adopted much of the language of the tree dwellers. He himself told me he had not spoken our own tongue in ages. He attempted to explain to me the history of this place. The following is my best translation of what he has told me. Many years ago, the humans and tree dwellers lived together in this place, which was then a vast island. They interacted very little. The humans dwelt on the ground, and the tree dwellers have lived high above the humans. Occasionally, the island was disturbed by mysterious rumblings which happened randomly, some sort of tectonic or volcanic action, I suspect. The sometimes slight, sometimes heavy tremors would only last a short time. Then they would stop, allowing everything to return to normal. One day, things changed. The rumbling began and grew quickly to unprecedented levels. Soon it became apparent that the entire island was sinking slowly into the ocean around them. Many of the humans died that day, but not before sacrificing themselves in order to stop the sinking of the island. The humans who lived through this catastrophe moved into the trees, where they gradually died out, maybe because they were unequipped for such an environment, but I am not sure. This is the story the old man communicated to me. Although many details are very unclear in my mind, I am especially confused as to how the humans saved the island from completely sinking. In fact, I doubt the accuracy of that part of the story. The island must have stopped on its own, yet the old man believes in the truth of the story, as if he had been there. And the tree dwellers worship him, and apparently all humans, as if they were heroes or gods. The old man ended our conversation today with an event which I will never forget. Began gripping my hands tightly, murmuring something about rest and asleep. He then said, "We had expected you to come sooner." These actions filled me with a sort of immediate dread. With much effort, he stood to his feet. I tried to help, but he pushed me away with more force than I imagined his frail body contained. The tree dwellers quietly surrounded him with very solemn faces. They then kneeled before him. He walked to each and placed his hand on their heads. All the while, he murmured words which I did not understand. Finally, he turned to me and smiled. Then he closed his eyes and walked out the door and off of the narrow path high in the trees. The tree dwellers were silent. They began a procession down the nearest rope ladder. As I was descending, I saw several of them pick up the body. He had fallen onto a lower level of walkway and carry it away. He was laying down at the dead end of a short pier-like structure. With the use of some potion of the tree creatures, lit the pier on fire, and I watched as the flames engulfed him. As this strange funeral proceeded, the waters around the pier changed to dull green. This morning I awoke finding it hard to even believe the previous evening's events. The water is a dull green for as far as I can see now. For some reason, the water no longer shifts colors. As I wander throughout the pathways, the creatures watch me, curious to see what I will do next. They are constantly offering me strange objects of affection. I even found food outside the doorway to the room in which I had slept. This is a unique race of beings. I hope to learn their language soon so that I may learn more from them. I have lived on this world for 3 months off and on, and the tree dwellers have shown great hospitality. I am even beginning to learn bits of their language. I have decided to return home for an extended stay with my loving wife and my sons, and hopefully return with them. However, I am sure Catherine will once again refuse. I think this age would be a wonderful experience for them all, and I at least look forward to how Cyrus and Chiak, I don't know how to say his name, Eknar, will reflect to its curious inhabitants. Catherine is staying behind as expected. My sons have returned with me, and they enjoy this age very much. They get along very well with the tree dwellers and are picking up their language surprisingly fast. I have no doubt that it will not be too long until they can speak with the tree dwellers much better than myself. I am leaving tomorrow to check on Asinian age. Sirius has suggested that I allow him and his brother to stay. Though the idea unsettles me, I know the boys are growing rapidly. The hospitality of these creatures is such that I could think of no better place to leave them alone for a short while, so I will consent to their request. I warn the boys to not take advantage. Oopsies. On the other hand, this keeps things quiet. I warn the boys not to take advantage of the respect the tree dwellers have for their ideas. They seem to understand my warning, and I have faith they will follow it. Much to my dismay, upon arriving in Everdunes, I learned that Pran and her people are continuing to be menaced by the Choktik. I fear for their survival and plan on returning to her shortly after checking on Sirius and Eknar here. See Everdune's journal for more information. After watching Sirius and Eknar, I see they are handling things very well, and I think I can put to rest any fears about leaving them in Channelwood again. And for a little while, or for a little longer time. The tree dwellers seem slightly distressed that I am leaving, but are happy that Sirius and Eknar are staying behind again. I've been gone for over 3 days and have been to many different places. I had to tell Sirius and Eknar about Prance's death today, and they were visibly shaken, although they only remembered her from their childhood. Catherine has suggested that it would be wise for Sirius and Eknar to leave Channelwood for a while, and I have to agree. They will be returning with me when I leave again. I have told my sons that they will be returning with me in 2 days. They spent their entire night telling me of an adventure they experienced in my absence, and it was rather remarkable. It seems they constructed a boat with the creatures and traveled some ways out into the surrounding waters. I enjoyed hearing them talk excitingly of their adventures, and I am reminded of my own adventures as a child. I finally understand why the tree dwellers have been giving me their many inks and insisting I write with them. Looking through some of my past entries, I see now that the inks have changed from the black. I thought they were to various different colors. I have shown some of the creatures my journals, and they laughed and howled. I did not know they had such a sense of humor. Even now, as I look through this very colorful journal, I cannot help but laugh myself. He will be returning. Sorry, it's a bit faded. We will be returning tomorrow, so my sons are with the creatures for the last night here. They have told me they would like to come to Channelwood again, and also asked if they can visit some other ages alone. Though I will have to think over their request, I believe they have proven to me that they are trustworthy and responsible. Catherine will also have to help me decide whether they are ready for travel alone. For now, I must give my farewells to the creatures, for I do not know how long it will be until I visit their age again. Future bridge. Oh boy. So these are the various ages. This one... Okay, so this one's burnt. Okay, so that's what that image is. Okay. Fortunately, there's no way to see if the thing you're clicking on is, I'm trying to decide because I think it would be... I mean, I can't have this whole set be me reading. Okay, that scared me.
Serious? Are you? See you. Cannot help me. Bring blue pages. Never. Just...
Okay, so I need to bring this guy blue pages. Is there a reason why I went into here? Oh. Okay. Blue pages and red pages. And then we have just here that we can, I don't know, hide in. I'm assuming it's going to be a hiding spot at some point. Okay, so maybe with that generator place, we can... just want to see if that... Okay. Like, I literally... Oh. Oh, whoa! Okay, this is something. Okay. So... this is some sort of... Okay, so let's read this. I have left for you a message of utmost importance in our forward chamber beside the dock. Okay, so that place I entered. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve your message. Now the problem for me is I don't know what they mean by marker switches. And there's a thing that says marker switches diagram, yet it's not like I see a book. Unless these things here, if I can turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At the same time, unless it's just that number 47. Oh, hi. Okay. Oh, no, no, other way. Heading back. I don't know, should I just try that number 47? Even though that would not make sense to me, but... Huh? Here we go. Setting dimensional images. Or maybe I just click 47 and it will show me what it looks like. Oh! Okay, so that is it. What's 40? Okay. Okay, so what number? Oh, I totally forgot the number that I clicked before. 6? Six, 7, 8. I mean, is this thing in the double digits? I didn't see that many. Okay, so I basically need to go back and count again. So those things that was flipping around were the marker switches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe that one up there, I can't tell. I guess so, maybe? 5? 5 with a question mark? 5. Six, 7. That one over there is the marker diagram. There's nothing in here, right? Okay. Oh wait, am I changing? Oh, I'm changing the time. Okay, so this one has to do with the time. Eight. Oh boy. Nope. Ugh. So far, the only negative I have to say is the navigation is like... you can definitely miss some paths. Did I count this one? Sorry. I don't know if I count this one. Okay, either I need to go for 9 or 8. Let's put it that way. I'm ready to brute force this if I have to.
Catherine, my love, I have to leave quickly. Something terrible has happened. It's hard for me to believe. Most of my books have been destroyed. Catherine, it's one of our sons. I suspect Achenar, but I shouldn't leap to conclusions. I'll find him and Cirrus as well. Oh, I should have known better than to have left my library unchecked for so long. Well, I've removed the remaining undamaged books from the library and placed them in their places of protection. You shouldn't have to use the books until I return. But if you've forgotten the access keys, remember the tower rotation. Oh, and don't worry, Catherine. Everything will be fine. I'll see you shortly. Oh, wait, and erase this message after you viewed it, just to be safe.
Okay. Well, I clearly don't know how to do that. I just want to see what 67 looks like. Yes, very calming. Okay, so that's why it goes quiet every single time you get to this particular section. So the music doesn't interrupt with the dialogue itself. Alright. Boy, do I wish for subtitles in this game. It's like, do I remember what he said? He hid things. Did I flip all the switches up? Okay, that's to the lights. I was not expecting that. What is this? Do I want to be here? Okay. Right, there are multiple. There's just the two. Okay, this doesn't really get me anywhere. Unless we can't actually access it yet. Okay, so this is the designated tower. Oh, hello. This is the dock. Okay, how do I... Right. Well. Oh, I see. No. Okay, then we click this. If you want to... Okay, but with that, I'm going to end the set here. I think we're going to read another one of these entries of... What, there's only... I'm assuming there's only 3 books that we can actually look at. And then 1 book that's, like, partially. Either way, thank you for liking if you like. Thank you for commenting if you commented. Thank you for subscribing if you subscribed. Thank you for favoriting if you favorited. Thank you for simply clicking on this video. Until next time, guys. See ya!